box. It's Gosling! It gets better and better performance. 6-1. An outstanding day for them. Their biggest ever top flight win by quite some distance. A day to savour.
Welcome back to Sons of Pitches, guys. Now, if you realize that we do not have Yuhan with us because
suck it, bitch! I know, menu
because he went to crawl under a hole when we told him he was
cabut lah,
wrong.
cabut.
He was wrong with United's statement.
Basically, Johan's a bit busy. Okay?
Yeah.
So coming from a person who's not a Liverpool or Man U fan, well, unfortunately, he's not going to be joining us on this pod.
Nah, he's just hiding in his hole because he said something wrong to us.
Cabut.
Anyways, let's talk about what we're gonna do this week. We are coming back from a really boring international break.
Hey, it wasn't that boring. Arturo Vidal got injured.
Okay,
fine. That's it.
Wejo scored a goal. Okay,
Wejo scored 2
England
goals.
is still shit as usual.
That's nothing new.
So we're going to go back and we're going to talk about Hull's fall from grace. We're going to talk about Leicester's shit form in the Premier League, but good form in the fucking Champions League, Germany and Spain. And also Champions League. We had a lot of goals this time around in the Champions League and La Liga, but not the Bundesliga. But let's start off with AFC Bournemouth versus Hull City. 6-1, guys.
No, I want to...
Hey, CK, remember you said that they were going to be the next Leicester City?
Next Leicester City story,
I'm sorry. I apologize again.
I'm sorry.
For the second time, I apologize. Okay, Hull City deserve better.
Better than CK's decisions.
I jinxed it straight away.
Basically, the match, right, was like a futsal match where one team was just pure shit, the other one was just trying shots for fun.
So basically, that's just a really sad match. If you think about it, it's actually quite sad.
The whole analogy that I got was because the goal that they scored, the 6th goal that they scored, they weren't even trying. Dan Gosling was just, let me just swing my foot around it. Let's see where it goes. It goes in the top corner. Okay. Oh, that was a good goal. Okay.
But if you see that match itself, Hull City was just really
shit.
They were outplayed.
Terrible.
They were just not willing to try at all, like Aston Villa.
Yeah. You know what I found very surprising, that most of their goals were considered with set pieces. I think 4 out of the 6 goals were considered with set pieces. 2 or 3 corners and 1 free kick.
That kind of says a lot about how shit they are doing set pieces.
Yeah.
Hull City.
Yeah. Just
Malaysia, please sponsor them again.
It's either that or Bookie.
Cannot be lah. Okay, let's go a bit on the facts here. Hull City have now considered 13 goals in the last 3 games.
Since I jinxed him.
Yeah. It was, I was thinking about it. Didn't CK like predicted them to be the next Hull City 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, and now they're the bottom 5 in the table after they were spent like 2-3 weeks in the top.
I predict them to be the Leicester City on the bottom table. Bottom of the table.
I'm not going to keep quiet there. I'm just going to not say anything because we have a few questions posted by our producer Yuhan. Now, the Hull City manager Mike Phelan has just been announced as the new head coach. Now, do you think that played into the factor of the mindset of the team now that there is a new coach in town instead of having someone else come in instead of Mike Phelan?
That's actually pretty hard to say though. It's because I don't think that this contributes too much. I would say that Mike Phelan he's had a history in these kind of clubs. Okay, and his history isn't really all that bad because you can see Mike Phelan as a manager that's been playing for like mid-table clubs.
So, but that doesn't justify the whole position that they're in right now, though, because Mike Phelan has come in as caretaker manager at the start of the season. So you have to think about it this way: if he's confirmed as a manager after winning 2 or 3 games, don't you think that it shouldn't even be a case of like people not being confident with Mike Phelan because we know that they're capable of winning? But why the form now, and why are the players not responding to Mike Phelan?
My easy out on this would be that CK just cursed them.
What? Start of the season, those players were playing very well. Okay, Hull City, Snodgrass, Livermore, those kind of players that doesn't have the limelight on them all the time. They are mid-table club, but they are performing like
top table clubs already.
So I was surprised at first. I was like,
and then Jake Livermore got a red card, and then El Mohammadi got a red card, and these fuckers are the culprits to the goals.
So I can just say that they are very in a bad run of form
but
right now.
It's 4-5 games losing already.
I think
you can say the same thing to Stoke,
that's
right?
That's a slump. I would call it a slump. More like
it's a
they've
slump,
lost their momentum somewhere.
We can talk about Stoke later because I think we're going to touch a little bit on that.
Man, I'm not.
Stoke City's back.
Fuck off. But with Curtis Davies and Harry Maguire in the lineup, right, in the defense, they're known to be the rocks of like the Hull City defense.
Cannot move.
Yeah. What? Oh.
It's either they cannot move or they just crumble.
Man. And one thing is, Robert Snodgrass is a player that we actually highlighted because he was in very good form when he was helping the team lead at the top. Then we saw him do very poorly in Liverpool, got yellow card. This one, I don't think he got away with a card, but he gave a penalty away.
Well, there was a lot of penalty saves this week.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of penalty
Weekend,
saves
so-
this week. Yeah, that's true. That's
this
true.
past week itself, yes.
But I feel Hull City should really buck up and reverse the jinx that I put on them. Like seriously though, Hull City is a mid-table club. They are performing like a low-table club at the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe
So-
that's what it takes to be a mid-table club. There'll be times that you perform like a top-tier
That
club,
is
and then there'll be
true.
times that you
Or
perform like
maybe
shit.
they are
Maybe
their
it's because of the fact
the
that they-
recent games are really hard.
I wouldn't say they're hard. I mean, this is Bournemouth.
No,
Bournemouth.
no, it's Bournemouth.
Bournemouth have beat Man U and we didn't.
But still, Bournemouth is a club where we don't see them even being at the mid-table club. They'll be at the lower mid-table.
Nah, we've seen Hull City survive before.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen Hull City survive before under Phil Brown. And one thing about Mike Phelan was that Johan pointed out this time around was how his decision making was poor in a sense where they were supposed to field out Abel Hernandez, but he was not fielded out. He was in the bench instead. Abel Hernandez was, if you guys don't remember, he was kind of like the key performer to the first 2-3 wins for Hull City. And
believe so.
and if he's fit, why are you not playing him? What's-
Probably because he's not fit. There might be something that we don't know that's going on behind the scenes.
Well-
It's either one, he's not really doing well under Phelan's management, or perhaps Abel is harboring an injury that we might not know of.
That's one thing, but in the first point that you stated, I would disagree with you on that, because if they had a disagreement at the start of the season or during the time of the course of the season, right, he could have not even been playing at the start.
Yeah.
So
Okay, fair.
and they have keeper problems, they have defending problems. Hull City has a lot to do. Bournemouth's end is Jack Wilshere, man.
No, it's Jordan Ibe. It's Jordan Ibe.
No, the way Jordan Ibe played against United in the first game, I already know that he's not going to do well in Bournemouth. That's it.
I'm
That's
sorry.
it.
Bye bye.
But Wilshere though, Wilshere's been doing so much better at Bournemouth.
I think Arsenal
So-
should just, sell him off straight away.
It's
to
either
Bournemouth.
Arsenal have to be a small team or Jack Wilshere had to step it up.
Hey man, even this small team is still higher than Liverpool.
But to kind of put back the point over here, yeah, Wilshere has shown that he still has the capabilities of being a star player, a world-class player.
well, another way to look at it is that maybe he just doesn't fit within the Wenger style of play.
So why the fuck did Wenger buy him in the first place?
English player.
English.
Fuck Wenger for doing
English
that,
player
man.
quota.
Now that we know Bournemouth is a threat thanks to Wilshere or going on loan, we don't know what's going to happen next season. Will he stay permanently or will he leave and go back to Arsenal? Either way, Bournemouth is doing very well in the season, so let's move on to the next point.
If he improves this
Should I
season,
just jinx
he
them
goes
again?
back to Arsenal. That's a
Don't,
good thing.
please don't. We've seen Hull go fuck all, so if you
You
don't
know,
want to do that.
we also jinxed this, Carl and I jinxed this.
Oh yeah, you did.
We were fucking happy that Stoke City was fucking bottom. Look at what the fuck, man.
Well,
No.
they're still technically at the bottom half of the table. They finally
think so.
had that solid victory that they all so needed. I was watching the highlights and damn, Weejo.
Well,
fuck,
Jesus
man.
has saved.
Oh fuck, man.
You can put a picture of him like a Jesus and he saves Stoke City.
Why you
In a place where all hope was lost, you have Welsh Jesus. And I think over here it was the question or the point of the fact that players in Stoke, the attacking ones, are actually out of form.
Hey,
Because-
fun fact. Stoke City is currently sitting at 6 points at 18th in the table. They are only 2 points away from number 13.
Oh,
And guess who's at 13?
who?
Leicester.
Oh.
Leicester's only at 8 points right now.
One thing we want to highlight is this is the point. Attackers, right? You have the intention or the objective to score or the objective to score goals. But here, Stoke City is relying on the midfielders to score goals.
Yeah, you
Where
have
is
the likes of Shaqiri.
it's true? Then why the fuck did you buy Boney? Where's Wilfred Boney in this whole picture? He's not there. He
It's the
was.
shadow of Peter Crouch.
Oh,
Well,
nah.
to be fair, Peter Crouch is that tall. Anybody would be in his shadow.
I believe that Boney needs to prove himself because I think he's had a shit time since he came down to the Premier League.
I have not seen him perform well.
No,
yet.
not at all. Yeah, go sign for fucking Man City lah. Then warm the bench and then go to.
No, even
fucking
in Swansea, he's not playing that
Yeah,
well.
then you can't even play in Swansea. Then he leaves and goes to fucking Stoke City,
No lah,
and he's still shit.
He's gonna go back to China later.
Oh my god.
Shenzhen.
And
Henry's face. Oh my god.
can we not talk about China, please?
So, Liverpool players.
But there needs But there needs to be a certain consistency in terms of attack for Stoke City in order for them to survive the relegation or to survive another season in the Premier League.
Yeah,
And
that's the thing. If
that's something that we need to talk about, because Bojan Krčić, who was in the team for the past 2 seasons, 1 or 2 seasons, he's not showing his form anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. If Stoke doesn't buck up, honestly, gonna be what Carl and I said. They're gonna get relegated if they don't buck up.
I think we all
Right
say
now,
that.
they are riding at 18th place with only 6 points. And
But
Jesus
not-
see right now.
But then again, you want to talk about the fact that Mark Hughes has so much experience. He managed Manchester City in the first season when they were the powerhouses before he got sacked, of course. Then he is a manager of such a reputation. So why is he causing Stoke so much trouble?
That's the thing, though. There's only so much that the manager can do, and it's not just the manager at fault alone. If the team doesn't want to follow him, but if the team isn't compatible with his play style, with how he thinks, with his philosophy, then unfortunately they're really just going to crumble.
Well,
Or just say he focused too much on attack players, attacking players,
yeah.
instead of the defensive players.
and just remember that Shawcross is shit.
Rugby player.
And they lost Robert Hoof last season as well. I think Robert Hoof and Shawcross
Yeah,
made a
actually,
very good
Robert
partnership
I
at the
think the
back.
quality of defensive players. Stoke City is just relying on their captain Shawcross all the time since he made his name up there. Shawcross.
You know how he made his name up there? He fucking broke Aaron Ramsey's leg. I remember that.
I
He
thought
cried out the pitch.
I tak ingat dah.
Players like this are getting old. They are maybe at their peak right now, but you cannot just rely on one player to defend the whole back line.
That is true. It's
But
gonna,
what about the other players who are playing for Stoke City? What's
that's
the
the thing.
excuse?
They're using him as the person that you're going to look up to, and unfortunately, right now he isn't really playing that much of a captain role.
That's true. As a captain, he needs to show more caliber as well.
Yeah.
And he's not doing that because he shows that he's very weak in defense. And
Perhaps
it could be
it's
down
out
to
of
form.
form. It's
Yeah.
perhaps because he's getting older, but you really
Contract
can't
for
blame him
rugby
there.
Maybe he got contract for a rugby club.
Again, you really can't blame him there solely.
Okay.
But they also Stoke also has to realize that unfortunately he's also getting older. They're gonna need to find another player, or perhaps build up or bring someone else in from their academy to actually replace him.
That I agree. Now, we cannot just focus solely on Stoke. I mean, they played really well, but let's focus on Sunderland. I think Moyes is not giving the right mindset to the team as a whole.
Question. When
Yeah.
has Moyes ever gave a right mindset to any team?
Oh, when he was in United.
Everton.
And Everton.
After Everton.
Yeah, I think the trip to Sociedad kind of destroyed him as a manager.
I think to Man U first has destroyed him. Seriously.
He should have stayed in Everton.
Yeah,
He should have stayed in
yeah.
Should have stayed in
Everton.
Everton,
Seriously.
because after going to Man U, if you were in Moyes' position, I'm pretty sure you'd be crushed as a person.
Yeah, because you didn't manage to win the support in Manchester United, a big club, and you're not winning the support here, but you're not helping yourself, because remember at the start of the season, the fucker actually said we might be in the relegation battle this season again. He actually said that. Could you imagine how destroying that is to the fans,
Realistically,
to the fans and the players?
Hi, we're gonna lose this season, so prepare for the worst.
would you rather the manager actually tell you the truth, or would you rather the manager just dance around the whole idea?
And the point of fact is, over here, like, Moyes expected this to happen.
I get what Henry is trying to say. You're setting up yourself to failure already.
Yeah, you really said, oh, I'm only here, I expect them to be in the relegation battle this season. You know how painful that is to all the players and all the fans that are listening.
So you're saying he should have done what Ranieri did?
Yeah. Hey, you are a manager. Not only not only
We're going
are
to
you
get 40
supposed
points at
to
least.
Fucking perfect form right now.
yeah, man. I mean, back to the point. Moyes should come with an idea of, look, we may be fighting relegation this season, but let's set a target. Let's survive this season, and let's do it the way we should do it. But they're not showing it right now. He just goes there and goes, "Hi guys, I'm here to manage a club that will fight relegation." And his justification is the owner brought him in sole reason to restructure the club, but at the expense of a relegation. Is that what they want, guys?
I think this is the whole conundrum of hard love, harsh love.
It's so harsh, don't you think? Like,
pun
do you-
No, that wasn't a pun. Like,
No, but don't you
I'm trying
think-
to find the word for it?
Let's
Hard love.
Let's put it in hard love perspective. Now we go away from football and talk on the psychological aspects. Hard love. You got people who say I beat you up or I treat you harsh because I love you, that kind of thing. But the person who's to the victim has that everlasting impression of like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
this
the thing.
this
That's the thing, though.
This
If
this
you-
fucker doesn't mean well for me, and that mindset is gonna destroy the person instead of
No,
motivate the
that's
person
thing,
to
though.
do well.
That's like that whole conundrum of the whole generation before, where they look at hard love as how they push people to perform better. But unfortunately, right now, from what I see him trying to do is that he's using this hard love to set people up to not put too much expectations on him because he had too much expectations on him when he was in Manchester.
True. But that's not the way to approach it, Moyes. You need to buck up in terms
I'm
of
not
manager.
justifying it for him, but I'm just saying this is why he would do this.
Let's move back.
Alright, welcome to Psych 101 in sense of pitches.
Let's move on to football. One point that Johan pointed out over here was the players that are at the back line, at the defense for Sunderland are old already.
Guess where they come from? United.
Would you expect Moyes to have a revamp, bring in youth players, bring in younger players in the January transfer window?
Why not?
I wouldn't say full revamp though. I mean, he's got to have a limited budget.
From his Everton days, he actually built up the team from scratch. Basically, he built a team from nothing to something. Everton doesn't have outstanding players that we see during that time when his season.
When there was still
it was all like reject players, like reject from Tottenham, rejects from Liverpool. He keep all those players like Barry,
Rooney, man,
Gareth Barry, all those players basically.
Rooney left. Rooney
was a egoistic bitch that time. So
and now he's fallen from grace and now sitting on the bench.
Yeah, warming the bench now,
which is great. I love that.
When he came out from Anfield, he got booed.
Oh, I loved it. We will talk about that game a little bit because I don't want to touch on it so much.
Relax, bro. Relax.
Let's move on to another club that has seen a fall from grace, but they had a revival. West Ham versus Crystal Palace. Oh. I think CK would love to talk about this and shit.
Christian Benteke! We do not miss you. With love, Liverpool fans.
You will only be remembered as the guy who scored that one goal
against Man United.
Yeah, that wowed us. And then after that, we remember you're just a shit player. That's it.
Yeah, I think Liverpool is a place that destroys players,
No, we destroy them. We destroy them with terrible decisions in money making.
Sturridge.
So they usually destroy them either way.
Sturridge is soon gonna be one of them. So moving to Benteke, he has missed a wonderful penalty.
Oh, it's just as similar to Simone Zaza.
He learned from his opponent.
He learned it from fucking Zaza, man. And the only thing that he missed out was he didn't do the dance. He didn't do the little jig that Zaza did before he shot the penalty. So so fucking sad,
Coming
man.
from a Belgian striker,
You're comparing him to Lukaku, you mean?
No, he is a Belgian. If Lukaku is not playing, he's playing all the time.
Right.
So how do you expect people to notice you if you keep missing penalties?
What do you think? Why do you think he's in Crystal Palace?
Yeah, and again, as a Belgian, you're expected to be one of the most forefront players in this game.
After the start of the probably 2005-2006 era.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That comes back to the reason why Klopp actually threw him out and took Origi instead.
Because there's more potential.
Attacking order, basically.
Yeah.
He choose Origi instead of more experienced Belgian in the English
Because honestly,
Premier League,
Origi has been showing so much more in terms of attacking play and attacking styles compared to Benteke.
And I think
Benteke is such a lazy player.
He is because he's a natural target man. Look at the trends of natural target men. Other than Lukaku, because Lukaku is not only a target man, he is a goal scorer. Target men are there to just stand and score. That's it. Okay, they don't create chances. They get the chances coming to them. You think about it. You have Peter Crouch. He is a target man. You have Andy Carroll. Olivier Giroud. He's a fucking target man.
I knew that was gonna come up.
Okay, these guys do not make chances. They take the chances.
I'd like to beg to differ for
Giroud
not
is
Giroud.
man,
Huh?
I thought he's model. Underwear model.
Okay,
I'd like to beg to differ
you out.
for Andy Carroll.
Let's hear you out.
Andy Carroll is not just a target man. Again, I'm gonna bring up the Arsenal West Ham game last year. He honestly created a lot of space.
But that was because of Payet as well.
Yeah, but the two combination there,
Which is not
But
here
he
anymore.
was
Allowed
a
the 3-3
what do you
draw.
call a staggering?
I mean,
No,
again,
he's a tall
that's not
guy,
to say
right?
that-
Tall
big
player
guy, yeah.
among your weakest defense that time.
Yeah.
That's not to say he's the best player there. He's just that he can be threatening when he needs to be.
Yeah.
But he just hasn't been
During
showing
Newcastle
that
days
form
lah.
of.
Oh.
Newcastle days. He was scary during.
Oh yeah,
He
he was
was,
scary.
definitely.
And then after
shooting
Liverpool
out
destroyed
from
him.
40 yards.
Hey, shout out to
My
Newcastle again. Thanks again for helping us.
Thank you for sending Alex Hunter down to Newcastle as well.
It's like in the journey you only have 3 choices and everybody's gonna pick Newcastle.
Oh my god. Let's go back to the game here. Now, we had a player in West Ham who was missing for quite a chunk of the season because of an injury, Nathan Cresswell. He played very well in this game. And over here, I realized, watching the highlights, Nathan Cresswell was the extra attacking force that they missed out in probably the first few games for West Ham, which is why they ran out of options because they were only relying on Payet And the first goal that Lanzini scored, that was a very good goal. Cresswell he just took a chance to go for a cross, and Lanzini was there. Then he got himself sent off. So it's not doing West Ham any favours, just saying. And Benteke we've talked about already because Benteke is just shit. He tried to redeem himself in the first half with that one shot on goal that hit the bar, but that's it.
The only player that revived from Liverpool is probably Balotelli after leaving Liverpool.
I don't really miss you, but I kind of miss you, Balotelli. but we have Firmino now.
With this win for West Ham, they're now 15th in the table with 7 points.
Okay, and here's one more question before we move on to the next topic. West Ham has just moved on to the new stadium, and there were a lot of mixed feelings about the new stadium because there was a video from the West Ham Ultras, the West Ham United fans. What they did was...
Are they actually called West Ham Ultras?
I don't think they're called West Ham Ultras. They're just the Hammer fans, okay? So what they did was that this one guy went to interview everybody, and the same points that said was, you guys have turned a club of passion into a club of money making because of the fact that you guys moved into a bigger stadium. It's true in a sense because the atmosphere is so much different now that it's such a huge space. So in the end, you are forcing out players to play, or you are forcing out the TVs to show you guys out of profit but not out of talent.
Well, I mean, you gotta accommodate the amount of new fans that they keep on getting. Plus, you also have to remember that, unfortunately, despite the fact that we want to say that football is a pure passion game, it's really, honestly, just money driven now.
It's always the same question again, right? But what happens if West Ham gets relegated this season? They still have to stay in the stadium, you know. That's why wasted money, you know, and no one's gonna watch it. It's gonna be like Shah Alam Stadium again. It's fucking sad.
Okay. Think about
fucking sad.
Here's another way I want you to look at it. Yeah, West Ham, even though they're playing, even though the fans are mad, they still go watch the games, right?
But look at Villa.
There's a good number of them watching, right?
But
some other teams that I know in the local areas where they're big games, but not even half the stadium is filled.
That's fair enough.
So
But
at the very least, you still see the fans, despite not being happy, they're still behind the club in that decision. Sure that they don't really agree with the club going to monetize everything, but they have to realize that eventually these kind of clubs, to be able to sustain themselves, they're gonna need to monetize themselves to a point where they need to be able to survive, which in this case is West Ham getting more room seat in the stadium.
one question before we move on to the next topic, last question would be, how far will the passion go? Like,
passion doesn't pay you. Passion doesn't exactly pay your bills, pay your dinners.
And when it becomes that kind of money making kind of thing, plastic fans will come in, and it's gonna be that trend of, I only support my club because they have a lot of money and they are able to bring in good players. But what if the good players get injured and shit happens?
Macam Arsenal lah.
Itulah betul.
Yeah, but to be fair, Arsenal fans, I know a lot of very, very committed fans. I mean, there's a good mixture of them. But the thing that, the one that's the most obvious to me right now will be Manchester. Sorry,
United. They had a press conference earlier this week before at this point of recording, we are not going to cover the Europa League match. What happened was, Mourinho actually came in and said this, he is willing to bench Pogba and Ibrahimovic.
Damn.
He has gone to the extent where he's sick and tired of them not doing well, that he's willing to bench them. Let's move on to Chelsea versus Leicester. Chelsea having revival. Leicester is just playing shit in the Premier League again. It's painful to watch.
But they are playing in Champions League.
See, okay. You guys want to look at this from another point of view. Leicester is playing shit in the Premier League, but they're performing so well in the Champions League, right? There's another team that's doing vice versa.
Who?
City.
Oh, we're gonna go to that later. We're gonna go to that
but
later.
Yeah, I will talk about that later on. But let's talk about this Chelsea-Leicester game first.
Well, I feel like the main culprit here was Wes Morgan. The first goal that they scored, it was just, I don't understand what's going on. Robert Hoof and Wes Morgan were the pivotal ones at the back, okay? And Christian Fuchs.
It kind of looked like Wes Morgan was out of it.
This season, yes, I feel.
I got a theory lah, okay. While the defense is failing in Leicester City, the space they had to work with in Leicester City right now is smaller compared to used to.
Why?
Okay. How?
Meaning that between the midfield and the defense line, there's so much space last season. If you can imagine, there's so much time for Wes Morgan, for Robert Huth to counter back. But for this season, Kante wasn't there, so that's why the midfield is moved back. It's very tight in there. So when plays like counter plays, very fast plays, because these players are big, they cannot turn that fast, cannot catch up the small players. So that's why I can see that why Leicester's defense is failing.
Okay, I think I see where you're coming from.
So it's basically Kante lah.
No, it's not just Kante.
It's just
but with Kante leaving, there's less space for the defenders.
There's no one in the middle to basically link the play. There is no proper.
No, I wouldn't say link the play. I will say like
to provide most
take the ball off the plate.
Yeah. Someone to actually back the defenders up.
Okay.
The fifth, silent fifth defender.
No. You don't get the point. It's like Kante will be up there trying to take back the ball, turn over the whole game. Where there's so much
so
space
there's
there.
not even going to have a chance to even go to the defense.
Yes, exactly.
And when there's
when there is like loopholes from Kante, the field is
then they have
already
enough
big.
time to
So
go.
what you're saying
I
right
get it,
now
I get it.
is that means the defense for Leicester has always been this crappy. It's just that Kante was there last season to
Yes.
In a sense, yes.
to
Yes.
That's
cover
what
it
I'm
up
trying
in
to
a
say,
sense.
yes.
Because Kante will be up deep inside their third half, inside the,
Okay.
their third.
Kante's role for Leicester last season was to convert plays. I mean, it changed the whole pace of
Natural
the game.
playmaker.
Yeah.
lah.
Yeah. So what he does was just to get the ball, change the whole, turn over the whole game, then leave the defense open. I mean, like the defense free.
So the fact that Leicester is missing someone that can do something like that
Yes.
is one of the bigger factors why Leicester is performing the way they are right now.
And it's the age-old question again since the start of the season was, do they really miss Kante? And the answer is yes.
So
basically,
which you can see in Chelsea's game, right? Why Conte want to play Matic up front was because he want to try that to see that Kante whether he can handle it alone at the back.
yeah, that's true.
So Kante is that kind of player, Mascherano kind of level at the back. It's like an extra defender, but it's up front.
Something like what Patrick Vieira did.
Yeah.
For Arsenal.
Thank you for pushing on to
Yeah.
Kante and Matic because we're going to talk about that. Conte played a 3-4-3, okay? And he's played that for the past 2-3 games now, and it's been working for him because of the fact that what CK said just now was they were trying out Matic up front and Kante up back, but they found the formula, play them both in central, and that was the
There was no really big breakthrough among those two lah, if you can say.
Yeah.
Because Matic is the natural, when goalkeeper kicks up the ball,
He's there.
Matic is there. Kante is just on the ground running like that.
And
Matic
and he
just knows
played-
his
and it doesn't
positioning.
run,
He's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
really good with positioning, and we see Kante being the person who gets
he
street
was
plays
the
around.
one that contributed the first goal, the third goal as well. He backheeled it to, if I'm not wrong, I can't remember Hazard or I can't remember who scored the third goal, but it was a backheel. It was a very good backheel, and there was a goal. And over here, right, Leicester City played a basic 4-4-2, but as you said before just now, Kante's presence was not there. That's why they had to play tight, and
Actually, another
that was
thing
a
about
problem.
playing a 4-4-2 is that it's actually very predictable. As much of a safe formation it is, playing a 4-4-2 is very predictable, especially if you're a team that utilizes it a lot.
Okay, but here's the thing: Leicester had to move to a 4-4-2 because they had no Riyad Mahrez or Izham Slimani.
That's unfortunate for them, but
Yeah.
that means Leicester is honestly running out of ideas that they can use.
But I thought Leicester
what?
has always played 4-4-2.
Leicester has always
that's the
played
thing.
4-4-2, but it's just Kante is not there. And I agree in the sense that it is predictable because it's such a traditional formation. There will always be a counter for the 4-4-2.
And the fact that they play with the 4-4-2 now, with Kante not being there, it becomes very, very unreliable. So unless they can start to mix up their game again, they can't sustain themselves.
And going back to the statement of Kopenhagen, right? Ranieri actually came out and said that he was very angry with how they were performing in the Premier League. I think that's a good push. That's a good kick in the ass for the team. the team. But how far can it go? I honestly speaking, I want to see Leicester survive one season to prove that they're not one season wonders.
Yeah, but I guess we can only wait till probably
Blackburn
February or March.
Rovers,
Oh fuck, man! Please
one
please
season
don't do
wonder.
that. Okay, let's move on to Liverpool
so
versus
next
Manchester
is
United.
the La Liga
So,
roundup.
La Liga.
Oh fuck off! we got to talk about Liverpool versus Man United
So,
because we're gonna shit
According
on
to
Johan.
Johan has stated there, United were the better team.
Fuck off! Continue.
Fuck off. Liverpool played poorly.
Fuck off! Continue.
But it was a
CK, I think
when I was doing this podcast, I was like, fuck you, utter bullshit.
yeah, it was absolute bullshit from Johan.
United was having so many busters there.
Yeah.
So guys,
They didn't even have buses.
I think
they didn't even have buses. They had those big ass.
I think
tour
since Johan isn't here, I'm gonna have to side with Manchester. So just
No,
to be
you
fair.
don't need
No,
to.
you don't need to. You don't
Just
need
to be fair.
Now we're gonna put in a neutral standpoint here. Mourinho won the game because he played his usual tactic, which was to fucking park the bus.
Technically, Man U didn't win; they drew.
No, I mean,
They won. They won
set up their self to get a 1
to get a
point.
draw. Do you know
really
why?
can't say they won the game.
But then, do you know they won it in a sense where Mourinho got what he wanted?
Yes.
Liverpool didn't. Liverpool wanted a win. Mourinho knew his team was up against a really strong Liverpool team.
there was a lot of build up coming into this game because it was on Tuesday morning for us.
Yeah.
Because of that, there's so much build up. Everybody was expecting a
great
very good match itself with goals coming from each end. But sad to say, it was very disappointing from Liverpool's side because Liverpool was having a good run of form, scoring almost 13 goals in the last 2 matches.
Yeah.
I think more than 13 goals. So coming into this, don't you think that Mourinho is scared that Liverpool's attacking is gonna bring
my point exactly
during the tight schedule for Man United exactly? They have they have
Europa League. Yeah, they have Europa League
after international and also this matchup, a very big matchup for them.
On a Tuesday some more.
It's on a Tuesday. So imagine the schedule for Man United. So what Mourinho was set up for was definitely, I'm gonna take 1 point out of Liverpool, fuck them up for their title league.
Yeah,
title
I'm
league
just gonna do what I do best lah, basically.
Yeah. According to all the news that came out, right, Mourinho's tactic worked.
It did.
He set up for it. He got it what he wanted.
And you know why?
All Liverpool fans in the ass basically.
And do you know why he had a huge trump card? It was called David fucking De Gea. Fuck you, De Gea. We could have easily won the game 2-0, 3-0. Clear chances, CK. You know, you watched the match. You know.
Watching at 3 a.m. You know how frustrating it was.
I wasted 2 hours of sleep to watch a shit match against United.
I stayed up the whole night.
Oh my god.
So I was like, at 5 a.m. I was like, fuck my life.
I was
have just wasted my life.
I was so tired the next morning because I wasted my.
Usually you wake up 3 a.m. just to watch Champions League matches,
Yeah.
But this time you wake up 3
to watch a shit
shitty match with Mourinho's shitty face there. It's like, why is this not happening?
Oh, fuck off.
Why is this not happening?
But I'm very happy because Joe Matip stopped
Exactly.
Ibrahimovic. I think that was damn good.
Joao Matip was solid, but wasn't really up to par, I would say.
But his job was to mark Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, his job was to do that.
Yeah,
and
his
he
job
really
was to
did
do
it
that.
lah.
Yeah, he frustrated me, Ibrahimovic.
But the only player that highlighted, is sad to say lah, but Herrera played a fucking good game lah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Okay,
The first 15 minutes.
not only the first 15 minutes,
whole game.
throughout the whole match he played. Fucker! Every attack that Liverpool tried to pass around, Herrera was there to stop every single attack. I mean,
I
not
have to
every
agree with
single
that.
lah, but when there's an opportunity that he comes in and just destroys the whole fucking build up.
The field.
It's really frustrating to see, but it's
a
a very good player to see.
Yes.
To play. But the only question I had was why Mata and
Was not played.
Martial,
They were not played.
could it be that exactly what they are setting up to do to park the bus, or they wanted the win if they can?
Well, I guess maybe it's because of the fact that they know that Liverpool really doesn't have that hectic of a schedule compared to the other.
One thing that I
So-
think Liverpool can work on now, right, other than that, is trying to shoot from outside, because I realized that just because Manchester United had De Gea, right, we could have easily won the game by shooting outside.
But
They
De
motherfucking Gea.
Gea did so
They
many
motherfucking
nice
Gea.
saves from outside.
Why
Fuck
the
ah.
fuck is he still in United lah?
Yeah, he should
He
get
was
the fuck
supposed
out
to go
of
to
there, man.
Madrid, remember?
Well, his
Yeah,
fax
he
machine
can start
broke.
leaving now.
Yeah,
But leaving before the game also. But he doesn't want to.
Alright, so I'm not gonna
Not only
say
the first
much.
time
I'm
he
not
blocked
gonna
us,
say
lah.
much because I'm actually really afraid of getting shanked by these two Liverpool fuckers. Next, we have the La Liga roundup. Oh boy! So Barca, Real, and Valencia. They've been going really well from what I've heard.
Glad to see that they're back to winning ways. Not Barcelona.
Valencia.
because- Yeah, Valencia going back to winning ways now. That I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy with Valencia going back to winning ways. That's all I can say. Can we move on to the Bundesliga now?
What really? Which is that really?
Look, Barcelona is expected to beat the team that they're playing.
that comes up.
Deportivo was easy for them. Madrid, Real Betis, easy. Valencia, okay lah. Good for them. Good for them that they went back to winning ways again. Atletico Madrid, that's one match that we should fucking highlight. 7-1 against Granada, and they were a goal down. Fuck! That is amazing. But that's Granada lah. They lost to Las Palmas. So
I was like finding what is the fucking team name again?
so let's not say anything now.
But
Okay?
okay, at least we can say that Atletico Madrid is they're trying to get that their burst of form back again.
Yeah, it's good because Barcelona and Real Madrid this season, they seem to be prone to fucking up.
Especially Real Madrid.
Yeah. No, Real Madrid has always been fucking up.
Yeah,
so
no,
it's
I mean,
okay.
despite after what Zidane has been saying, I know the team best. I am past
does-
player.
doesn't
Hi,
really
hi.
doesn't really know that team well, right?
Well, you cannot, because 1-0 games, right, can turn either way. You can either end up with like Atletico scoring 7 goals or could hold it off like fucking Man United. Just talking about it lah.
Fuck you, United.
Two salty
But-
fuckers over here.
Literally, 1-0 goals are not always certain. You can still half. But when you add the additional goal, that's where things start to fuck. What's happening?
I think
Atletico.
They capitalize on that.
Yeah.
On that moment of falter.
Yes.
For Atletico, right? Yeah.
I mean, with that team faltering, Atletico just capitalized on that, and crazily enough, bam, 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 goals galore.
A lot of goals in the La Liga this this week. What the fuck, man? Got Celta Vigo losing 5-0 to fucking
Surprised that
Villarreal.
Johan never put City into this podcast.
Hey man, I'm just glad that we're not talking about Arsenal. I'm just gonna stay away from Arsenal. We're doing good.
So yeah, moving to La Liga. What else do we have to highlight?
Nothing much. Exactly that. Like I said, the teams that were expected to perform. They did extremely well this week because of the fact that they scored more goals than usual. That's it.
Henry's like,
That's it. Like that's what it is in La Liga. We had this conversation 2-3 months back when Kevin J and Gajan both sat down here with us. It's the same system. You have the two horses. That's it.
The two horses, the two dark horses, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
who's the other dark horse?
Atletico Madrid and
Villarreal.
Oh,
Dark horses lah, because
No, yeah,
they
sorry,
can pull off
Sevilla.
Sevilla,
Yeah.
They can pull off surprising wins. They can pull off some surprising challenges.
Yeah.
But then
Sevilla.
that's it lah.
So that's about it. There's nothing much we can say about
La
the
Liga
La
this
Liga unless someone fucks up, and that's the time we
Las
shine.
Palmas.
Oh,
See?
fuck.
Las Palmas.
See, it's come to a point where Sons of Pictures is waiting for people to fuck up.
Yes.
Because like, hey, can you just fuck up already so they can talk about you guys? Boring already lah.
I want to talk about Aguero's penalty, but it's not even a brilliant podcast, so move on.
Let's move on to the Bundesliga. I think that was more
Bundesliga
entertaining.
this week. Okay, honestly, it's a week full of blunders. We saw Dortmund
You just
drawing.
tried pun there.
No, it's a week full of blunders.
He just put blunders and Bundesliga almost together.
Bundesliga. Oh, that's smart.
It's hard to call it coincidence.
Bundesliga.
It's hard to call it
Damn it,
coincidence.
TK got me. So, like, again, Bayern was held to a 2-2 draw, which they scored twice
First.
to get the lead.
Yeah.
And then we saw even Dortmund was held 1-1 to Hertha.
So frustrated. They had to work so hard to score that one goal.
Yeah, Hertha. And both
Hertha.
Dortmund and Hertha have been fighting to narrow the gap between them and Bayern, which they failed this week. But one team that has actually, well, they didn't lose lah. They didn't draw or lose. Was actually Cologne. Cologne's back up at second now.
What the fuck, man?
Cologne.
Cologne, the
Yeah,
one
smell
with
my
the
Cologne.
Ram.
So let's talk about Cologne and Ingolstadt. You had something to talk about it.
This game is something that you would expect Cologne and to win. Okay, because if you look at the table, Ingolstadt is literally last
Oh.
with only 1 point.
Oh. What about Darmstadt? I just want Darmstadt. Where is
Darmstadt
Darmstadt?
has 5 points.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like
15.
it sounds so offensive. I
No,
don't know
it's
why.
Darmstadt. The team's name is Darmstadt. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, it's Darmstadt 98.
See?
Fuck, I sound racist right now, but yeah. So it's a game that you expected Cologne to win, and thankfully they did capitalize on it, despite only winning 2-1, which they only conceded the goal because they conceded a very last-minute penalty.
That's about it, right?
Yeah, that's about it. But the thing about this I want to say is that Cologne has been unbeaten so far. So there are only like a very handful of teams in the Bundesliga that's unbeaten so far, which includes Bayern Munich,
They
Cologne,
should lose already.
Cologne,
So,
Hoffenheim.
Hoffenheim's unbeaten.
Yes, and
Damn.
also Red Bull.
Red
What
Bull.
the fuck was that?
You actually broke all of us by talking about Red Bull Leipzig, and we realized how true it was in the sense that we kept on talking about it for the next 2 weeks. it was painfully true,
If only the ratings are damn high in FIFA.
Ah, fuck, man. Actually, we could find out. We
Yeah.
have FIFA 17.
Okay. So the FIFA plug aside, I mean, if we're not being paid by FIFA yet, so
Let's move on
Later
to
on.
Leipzig.
yeah. So no,
Leipzig.
we still say the Ingolstadt game.
Oh.
This game, I want to point out one player in particular. Yeah.
Okay.
Anthony Modeste.
Wasn't he in Mainz before?
I think those. Yeah, I think he was a year or two ago.
I can't remember where he was from, but don't
try to be
don't
modest,
bank on
yeah.
me on saying the right thing because I think I might be wrong.
Okay, but then I must say this. Yeah, he's actually the top scorer right now
Huh?
in the league with 7 goals.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he scored 2 goals in that game, and it literally put him above Aubameyang right now.
And you know why? And you know why is that? Because both Aubameyang, I don't think Aubameyang is out of form. I think he's just dare to score goals. That's about it.
No, I don't think
Lewandowski's out of
Aubameyang is
form.
performing well either. That's the thing. He's not really performing well either. Because Aubameyang so far, I've not really seen him perform up to my... Okay, this is my own personal opinion. But to my expectations, Aubameyang really hasn't been performing. He's been scoring here and there, but they're not really impactful enough.
Could it be the absence of Marco Reus? I think it is.
Has been the player that, when the ball is supplied, he will just score it.
Well, but hear me out. Marco Reus is one of the suppliers to Aubameyang, and this season they were not able to get,
Okay. So here's the thing, though. Perhaps it's because the whole pressure is getting to him right now
to
for
score the
Aubameyang.
top scorer.
Yeah,
to be top scorer.
to be
No, I
playing
don't think
as well as... Okay, you don't think so? Why not?
I don't feel Aubameyang is the kind of player that go for glory and shit.
He's just there to do his job,
He's just there to do his job.
but he's not doing his job though this season.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's still early, but Henry. It's still early to call.
But I'm just disappointed.
He already scored so many goals.
It's true. But
So-
in this season, it's going to be probably a 2-horse race again. It's going to be Bayern and Dortmund. And
Cologne.
for me, Cologne.
Leipzig.
or Cologne and Leipzig.
Yeah.
Huh.
For all we know,
For all we know, right? But here's the thing. You expect after 2 or 3 seasons where Bayern is doing so well, right? You expect Dortmund to come out, but they're not taking initiative when Bayern is fucking
it's
up.
not good enough. Not right
And-
now.
and it's very-
for a team that has put up such a big fight so far.
Yeah.
It's actually been really disappointing.
It's disappointing. Can we just move on?
It's okay, don't
It's
worry.
getting depressing.
Back to Modeste, yeah? He was actually in Hoffenheim.
Oh.
And before that, you guys remember the season that Blackburn performed in 2012?
Before they got relegated.
Yeah.
He was a West-
he was part of the team as a lone player
Oh.
from Bordeaux.
What the fuck?
Hey man, all these things, he's trying to break us in Bundesliga.
Fuck lah.
No, so
Are
like
we moving on or not?
this could be a redemption kind of thing for Cologne. That's for Modeste.
I hope you did.
Because I see him going far if he keeps on if he keeps up this kind of performance. Because as a striker, he has been finishing really well. His touches are very amazing to watch. If you go see the highlights later on, his touches actually really amaze me. I don't
Don't
really
jinx
think
him.
it's actually.
Don't jinx her.
CK, I think you're the only person who's jinxing the whole thing right now. Man.
I'm trying to jinx who Joshua Kimmich, still scoring, fucker.
Speaking of Joshua Kimmich, let's
No,
move
no.
on to fucking Red Bull Leipzig.
Yeah, even though he's not still in Leipzig. But I just want to point out, at the top of the table right now, Cologne has 15 points. That is shared with Leipzig, also 15 points. And Bayern Munich is at 17 points right now.
Oh, someone's
Same
gonna
with Liverpool
overtake Bayern, man. Someone please overtake Bayern. If it's not Dortmund, someone else, please.
I
For the
hope
love
it
of God.
happens. I hope it happens. So next one is the Wolfsburg and Leipzig game.
CK, Leipzig got
I'm ready,
Peter
I'm ready.
Gulaschi. Peter fucking Gulaschi. Do you remember him? CK? Do you remember the Hungarian fucker?
Okay, Henry.
Came
Okay.
from
Move
Liverpool,
on.
man.
See,
Move on,
again,
man.
Leipzig taking out the rejects and giving them a second
Oh,
chance.
actually, Gulaschi played very well in this game. I was very, very impressed.
What the fuck, CK? And
was
you're
very
breaking
impressed.
CK.
You know what will take the cake? David Ngok just move over to fucking Red Bull Leipzig. That's it. I'm not like, oh fuck, he's there. Okay, let's fuck
party
Bayern,
someone
fuck fucking Dortmund. Let's just support Red Bull Leipzig for the Bundesliga the whole season. Bye. Okay lah, but other than that, right, watching the match highlights, I felt like Leipzig was lucky.
They
They were lucky.
I would say, it's not that I wouldn't say that they did not deserve the win, but they could have done better.
They could have done better because the thing was Wolfsburg were not taking their chances as well. Hey, that was the stupidest part. Hey, think about it,
There's the one-sided love for Wolfsburg in Henry,
Hey, look. Let me give you guys a little bit of a fact check, okay? You have Mario Gomez, okay, in Wolfsburg. You have Julian Draxler, okay?
You see the
Julian
one-sided
Draxler
love? You see the one-sided love?
in Wolfsburg. You have Ricardo Rodriguez. All of these players who are... And Luis Gustavo. You have Luis Gustavo as your captain. So, what's Wolfsburg's excuse?
Tak makan, bro.
Fuck off lah, tak makan. Look, as a team with this many...
Wolf hunts the sheep, not the bulls.
Oh.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I gave you.
Fuck you, CK.
I just want to say something. Wolfsburg is 14th on the table. Yeah, currently they have 6 points.
They could have done better if they still
Hey,
knew how to
14th
fucking
is
convert.
bottom 4. Just saying.
But Leipzig played extremely well. They pushed very hard
I think
against
Leipzig could have
Wolfsburg.
easily won more.
Yes, I think they could have won more. It's just a case of Wolfsburg not taking their chances, and it's a shame.
How's Leverkusen, bro?
Leverkusen is doing well, dude. Chicharito is doing fucking well with them. Fuck you, Chicharito, for doing well.
Why not? He's not doing well in United.
I love you, but you're destroying you destroyed Dortmund. But to reiterate Red Bull's win, it was a matter of just them being at the right place at the right
I
time.
actually don't think Leverkusen is doing quite well.
They're alright.
They're middle table right now, and they drew against Tottenham.
So
Yeah, that's what I want to say.
but what about Wolfsburg? They're 14th on the table.
Okay, fine. Compared to Wolfsburg, they're
Wolves.
doing way better than Wolfsburg. Definitely.
They had in
Fine.
packs.
Again, Leverkusen is a team that you would expect to go higher than 10th place right now, with only 10 points.
Which is why you are not talking about it in this podcast.
I really don't want to talk about Leverkusen. They're just
I just
really
asked
depressing.
about how
They're in a
they-
really depressing state right now.
Yeah.
But to be fair, they're only like 3 points behind Dortmund.
Now they have Champions League to talk about, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Then we can move on to Champions League now.
Okay, let's go on to the first Champions League
Segue,
game.
CK.
Let's go on to the first Champions League game we'll be talking about. It was the Barca City game.
City was absolutely shit in this game, man.
when we predicted them to be the Invincibles, that's what happened, When City play against Liverpool, something's gonna happen,
I don't want to jinx it yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I
but-
think it was our jinx because I saw the defenders playing shit this game.
Oh, terrible. Okay, but to be fair, the first goal that they conceded, right, it was Fernandinho slipping.
that's like Gerrard sleeping.
Talk to me about the second and third goal.
No!
Can you talk to me about the second and third goal?
Oh, Claudio Barrio was
No. Sorry.
Was
Which
it
goal
during-
was the stupid back pass?
the third goal.
Talk to me about the third goal.
Uh.
That back pass was amazing.
Oh yeah. Can we talk about how Claudio Bravo got himself a red card here? It was the stupidest red card I've ever seen anyone concede, and from a keeper.
Now you miss Joe Hart, right?
You should have at least set him on the bench and play him for Champions League.
No, the thing is, you know what happened? He actually passed it to who was it? Was it Neymar?
It was Suarez.
Oh, he passed it to Suarez. Suarez got the ball and he tried to chip it above Bravo. What Bravo did was basically, I'm a keeper, I'm gonna touch this with my hand outside of the box. CK's look is just priceless.
I'm just like-
natural
I'm just like-
poacher lah. Congratulations
Why?
Suarez lah. Finally. Not him, not him. He make people a red card.
Legit, when you and them were watching highlights together.
From a ex-Barcelona player's perspective, what the fuck, man?
No lah, he's helping his whole team lah. Tak payah buki pun.
It's so stupid. It was such an unnecessary red card.
League champions.
Oh my god.
And then referee was touching his head. No, I saw that. You don't be stupid.
Someone who wrote the rundown for the Champions League said that I believe the defeat is partially contributed by the pressure as well.
And that's Johan.
This is what Johan said. Okay, when you're playing under a coach who once managed the Catalan Giants, you returning to the home ground, you set high expectations for yourself in trying to make your coach proud. And City is not able to cope with that pressure. They have Champions League experience, but
They can-
if it was not,
They've only been in the Champions League for
They
one
only can beat
season lah.
Celtic.
yeah.
I just
if-
want to say that.
No, they drew with Celtic.
I just want
They
to say
drew
that,
with Celtic.
I just want to say that City beautifully crumbled in this game.
Oh yeah, and it's because I think what Johan said was correct. It was, if it wasn't it wasn't Guardiola, it could have been a smaller margin. You guys agree with that statement? I agree with that.
But Barca is Barca though. Barca is good.
And your point is?
I jinxed it.
So she's
remember,
gonna-
I was talking about how City is very up to par to Barcelona right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's not lah.
This podcast is slowly turning into a very paranormal show.
But I feel
Next in Sons of Pitches predicts.
you cannot blame City lah. I feel you cannot blame Guardiola for coming back to Camp Nou.
Well, I feel like it's partially his fault because Guardiola was the one that technically built Barcelona to where it was today.
Partially
so
his
you
fault.
would at least know what to expect from a Barcelona team.
No, that's the thing though. He built it so well to a point where he couldn't defeat it.
That's a painful irony,
He
isn't it?
created a monster.
It's like Frankenstein.
The master has been beaten.
Oh.
Or if you're playing Overwatch, it's Junkenstein. Hey.
Can we move on to Bayern Leverkusen versus Hotspurs? I think Izham has a lot to talk about Hotspurs over here.
Tak apalah, I don't even want to talk about this game.
Damn bad. Fuck.
But yeah. Okay, Johan said this, yeah? He said that the Spurs group to him is one of the group of death this time around.
Okay.
Okay?
Really?
And he said that
in a sense,
yeah.
it's quite a tough team. It's quite a
That-
tough group.
I mean,
Compared to Leicester lah.
it's not. They're not.
Yes.
I would say they're not all the top flight groups, but they're all the groups that have the same
Reputation.
standing as Spurs.
Reputation
is standing as Spurs. Alright. So he said that this fixture was really interesting to him despite the goalless draw. First half was an intense exchange of plays from both sides, whereas the second half was all Leverkusen.
Okay, but he also said that shout out to Hugo Lloris because he took 6 saves. Lloris.
Yeah, but to be fair, Hugo did play a really good game.
Yeah, and Leno as well. Hey, pick up your mind, Johan. Chibai.
No. I mean, that's not to say Leno wasn't playing well. It's just that Lloris was the better keeper, honestly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
without Lloris, Spurs wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
Easily 6-0. They could have lost it. Yeah, actually, I agree.
Hey, you say De Gea at Spurs. You think what you curse? Hey, actually do curse him, please.
No. I agree.
We play Richard Worm. We play against Richard Worm, Liverpool versus Tottenham, fucking stripper keeper. Killing Mane.
Chibai.
You could have won that game, Could be on top of the table now,
That's true, actually. True.
But okay, I saw highlights for this game. I do agree that the first half was very even. Like, the whole pressure between the two teams was very amazing to watch. But again, for some reason, Tottenham really didn't step up in the second half.
So it was basically Leverkusen to win the game, lah.
Yeah, but they didn't.
And
which is because of the fact that they didn't take their opportunities wisely.
Okay, Izham, you watched the highlights. What about Vincent Janssen's form in this match?
Honestly, I don't feel like he played well enough.
Okay, but Harry Kane's injured. What can he do?
I don't know. That's the thing. Because as a striker, you're supposed to be able to convert any form of ball. Any form of pass that gets to you when you are within the range of the goal, correct?
How is it coming from Arsenal when Giroud is not scoring?
Shout out to Ozil hat-trick, thank you. But again, Jensen, I really don't want to talk about Giroud right now, comparing him to Jensen. They're two different players.
I think Ozil just received his birthday message from his friends and everything. That's why motivated him.
I just want to say this about Jensen. Give him a little bit more time, and perhaps he'll actually adjust into the team. He's only been there for what? He hasn't been there in
2 months,
Spurs
3
for
months.
long. Yeah, for 2-3 months, and I don't think that's enough time for him to build up a chemistry with the players yet.
Okay. Not enough time, but let's talk about this as well. Before we end with the Stango Champions League, let's talk about the fact that he came in with the stature of Memphis Depay, because he was the Dutch Eredivisie's highest scorer of the previous season.
I just want to say something because you said that. Stature of Memphis Depay. Look where
Memphis
Depay is
Depay
now.
before he went to United. Okay, let me rephrase myself. Stature of Memphis
Very good.
before United. Okay,
He should play against Liverpool.
Could we say that this another Memphis Depay incident is going to happen in Spurs?
No, I feel he's going to be a soldado. Still.
Oh, that's sad, man.
No lah. Okay. Jensen is
I feel
brought
like-
over. I feel was because Tottenham has a heavy schedule because of Champions League.
League.
Yeah, I
and also
agree with
Premier
that.
League as well.
He's your backup Harry Kane.
Yeah, he's the backup player. He needs to, not within the 2 months should have been at least up to par with the standard of
Yeah.
all the other players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he hasn't yet. That's the thing.
So, I mean, good point. That's one thing, but you cannot expect him to be there whenever he just come out. That means super sub straight away.
Well, it's true, but now you're coming on with the pressure, or not pressure, but more of the responsibility that you have because Harry Kane is injured. You are stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, it falls on you now. So
Yeah.
perhaps that also plays a role on how...
That shouldn't play a role though.
This is just one game, after Harry Kane.
But then again, he had started in the first game for the
he did.
Premier League, and he didn't do
Against
exactly
Liverpool.
well.
Yeah,
He
so
didn't do exactly well.
Yeah.
So that's all I can say right now is that I think we just give him a little bit more time and we'll see what happens to him. Like perhaps a few months or so.
Yeah.
Ugly.
You ugly, yeah. But yeah, qualified for knockout right now. We have Arsenal, yay, PSG, Munich's also qualified. We're gonna meet Munich anyways. We have
that's
Bayern
true.
Munich,
Munich or
Atletico
Barcelona is
Madrid,
going to be with
Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid,
Arsenal.
Juventus, and Sevilla. All of them.
Sevilla went through.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. All of them got qualified.
That means we don't have to fucking see them in the Europa League anymore.
But we're not in Europa.
Huh?
But we are not in Europa.
Ouch.
Ouch.
You know what would make this worse? United winning Europa. What hurts the most right now is going to be United winning the Europa League.
Fuck you, Henry.
Because they're
I know
going to go.
whatever you say,
Henry's cursing it now.
They're going to be like, they come over and like, hey, sup guys? Fuck you guys for calling us shit for going to
continue
Europa League.
Europa.
And
This
now
is
we won
nothing
the
much
league.
about the cup. I want the Champions League next season.
I go suck dick lah with the way you're playing. No need to play lah.
But yeah,
Pok pundek.
in the two other groups, Leicester and Barcelona are definitely favourites to qualify right now.
I think they're gonna qualify lah. Okay.
Yeah, but all eyes are on Group B and E now. E especially because Monaco, Spurs, Leverkusen, and Moscow.
Oh.
They're all only separated by 1 point, with Monaco leading at 5.
What the fuck, man? Monaco is leading as well. What?
Hey man, French pride.
Well, that's about it for the Champions League. Can we move on to another Champions League that they were interested in?
I'm not saying we're not interested in this
City,
Champions
but
League,
okay.
but yeah. So now we're gonna go on into the Selangor Champions League before we wrap up. The guys.
We got to watch Rebels versus Ingress Tigers.
Yes.
And that was one of the best matches I've watched. Bar the Ingress Ultras.
We're calling them English Ultras. They do remind us of the Malaysian Ultras, mind you.
Fucking karat, I swear to God, man. Yo.
But I don't think they'll even listen to this, so we can just
Yeah, I mean, hey, you never know, man. You never know.
Suddenly dapat message.
The match.
Nama saya Wong Yuhan, dia Lee Chung Kit, itu Henry Chu.
Choosing Liang, sorry.
Huh? What I want to say here was we watched a very good match.
Yeah,
It was a
honestly,
good match.
it's a whole different game now because of the wider field.
Oh, yeah.
They've moved from
MPS from New Camp.
New Camp to MPSJ.
Oh, it was so beautiful.
And we at least get to see them playing a better long ball game. And honestly,
Malaysian players still cannot take the long balls.
but they're doing better.
It's true.
Honestly, they're actually receiving long ball better than our actual Malaysian team.
No, but we don't know. They don't know how to clear the what lah.
This is amateur league. Amateur social.
Itu dia. Amateur Social League, and you're still playing better than the fucking national team.
At the point of recording, they are going to play the very last match for the knockout stages. The
very last quarterfinal match.
The very last quarterfinal match, yes, before they move on to the
which is
semi-finals.
between Shalamo Boys.
Yep, and Terrapins FC.
Terrapins.
So
And
it's going. You can
both
go.
Henry and I have called that Terrapins is going to win.
Yeah.
Because Terrapins is actually we both know that they're actually the stronger group right now. But
Yep.
Shala Old Boys actually has the old, not the old momentum.
old.
A lot of them are predicting an upset. So hopefully it will be a good match. When by the time the match ends, and
match is gonna start in like half an hour from when we're recording. So
yeah. So if you guys want more information about what we're talking about, you can go to sfc.my. You have the Selangor Champions League main website where you can just take a look at everything that we have predicted and the match highlights as well. And you can also follow them on their Facebook, Selangor Champions League, and YouTube channel.
Also, if you guys keep up with it, you guys can actually come down and watch the semi-final matches later on.
Yeah, admission is free, guys.
Tak payah bayar, bro.
Just make sure to keep the place clean, okay?
And
Use your money to buy food lah.
That's true. Use your money to buy food,
and
correct?
be mindful about people lah.
Yeah, be mindful about people. Don't be some certain ultras. It's good to be an ultra, but not be a dick to your own club, okay?
Which was amazingly spectacular.
I think we spent like half an hour or like the
Singing
first and
to
second half laughing at the ultras because they were so lalang. First like, oh, you guys are shit. Then after it's like, oh, it's okay guys, you can do it. The fuck guys, wake up your shitty minds.
And
oh my
with
god.
that, we are gonna end this podcast.
Oh.
Yeah. Finally
number
done.
26. Oh my god, this has been a long one.
Oh yeah, it has.
Speaking of which, we didn't even celebrate number 25. What the fuck, guys?
We're gonna celebrate 50 and we're gonna forget the problems
You
again.
wanna celebrate? How many times you wanna celebrate?
Okay lah.
We celebrate
30
next year lah,
we
we
celebrate
celebrate next
30
year lah.
Alright, so that's it from us. This is Izham.
This is Henry.
And this is CK.
That's
Fuck
about-
Man U.
Fuck man, you. Fuck you, Yuhan.
Cabut lah.
Blows the balls.